Is Caitlin Clark out for the season? ESPN shares potential return dates. Indiana Fever fans are desperate for any positive news as it pertains to a potential Caitlin Clark return. As Friday's date against the Washington Mystics arrives, Clark will now have missed each of the past 12 Indiana Fever regular season games. Fans haven't seen her on the court since she injured her right groin in the final minute of the Fever's 85-77 win over the Connecticut Sun on July 15. In all, Clark has now missed 21 regular season games and 22 games overall in 2025, including the WNBA Commissioner's Cup Final. At this point, doubt is starting to seriously creep in for some fans on whether or not Clark will actually return this season at all. On several occasions, ESPN's broadcast team has updated fans on Clark's injury status. ESPN's Holly Rowe reported on Sunday, August 3 that Clark had started full court and full-speed running. Fever head coach Stephanie White said this past Monday that Clark has still not returned to practice, though. During Tuesday night's 81-80 Fever loss versus the Dallas Wings, ESPN play-by-play broadcaster Ryan Ruocco shared another update from Coach White and targeted several potential return dates. Indiana will play Washington on Friday at home. Then, at Connecticut, who has the worst record in the league, on Sunday. Then, they have a week off before playing Minnesota twice, home Seattle. Now, that stretch where they have the week off is where Stephanie White reiterated to us today she's hoping Caitlin Clark returns to practice. Stephanie talked yesterday about how Caitlin has been running more, doing more on-court work. She is hoping that Caitlin returns to practice next week, would need multiple days of practice before she then gets into a game, but you see the way the schedule stacks up after that week and wonder could one of those games against Minnesota or maybe the 26th at home against Seattle be a potential return game, Ruocco said. Ruocco's targeted return dates are in line with what his broadcast partner, Holly Rowe, suggested could be the potential return timeline back in late July. Contact/follow us at Hawkeyes Wire on X, formerly Twitter, and like our page on Facebook to follow ongoing coverage of Iowa news, notes, and opinions. Follow Josh on X at JoshOnHawks. This article originally appeared on Hawkeyes Wire. Is Caitlin Clark out for the season? ESPN shares potential return date. The Dodgers' 7-month spring training is officially over. Los Angeles' 2025 season, for all intents and purposes, begins Friday night. The surging San Diego Padres, suddenly one game up in the National League West for the first time since April 23, are in town for what should be another memorable notch in a rivalry that's blossomed into baseball's best. The defending champs, meanwhile, are reeling, licking their wounds from an embarrassing series sweep in Anaheim. It was the first time in Freeway Series history that the Angels went 6-0 against their